Welcome to Zone 6 Picks, your go-to source for daily sports betting predictions, expert insights, and free picks across the biggest games in the NBA, WNBA, NFL, MLB, NCAA, and more. We specialize in delivering accurate, research-backed betting content with no subscriptions, no hidden fees, just straightforward betting advice you can trust. Before we get started, a quick shout-out from my partner Zone 6.
What's up, family? Thanks for tapping in with Zone 6 Picks, where we drop game picks every single day. Straight free picks, no pay for play. If you like winning, this is the zone you need to be in, Zone 6. Just show the channel some love, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you don't never miss a money play. Let's eat.
The NFL returns in full force this Sunday, September 7th, and we've locked in 5 ATS plays that stand out as the best value on the slate. Let's break down the matchups and why these teams are positioned to cover. We start in Green Bay, where the Packers are laying 2.5 points against the Detroit Lions. Confidence here comes from one of the most reliable models in the game, which has gone 31-15 on top-rated picks since last season. The edge is all about stability. The Packers retained defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley after major improvement on that side of the ball, while the Lions are dealing with heavy coaching turnover, losing both coordinators. The retirement of All-Pro center Frank Ragnow leaves Detroit's offensive line vulnerable, and Jordan Love's offense has finished top 6 in efficiency 2 years in a row. Advanced metrics like DVOA showed the gap between these teams was much smaller than perception. And with Green Bay at home, covering under a field goal is a strong play. Washington opens the year as 5.5-point favorites against the New York Giants, and the numbers lean heavily toward Jaden Daniels and company. Daniels was sensational last season, throwing for over 3,500 yards with 25 touchdowns to just 9 interceptions, while completing nearly 70% of his passes. He also led the Commanders to the NFC Championship game, showing poise in big moments, with Terry McLaurin locked in and ready for Week 1. Washington's offense brings continuity that New York can't match. After sweeping the Giants last season, the Commanders are built to start 2025 with another statement win and cover. The Arizona Cardinals face the Saints on the road as 6.5-point favorites. The difference in this matchup comes down to Arizona's defensive overhaul against New Orleans' quarterback struggles. The Cardinals loaded up this offseason, adding Josh Sweat, Dalvin Tomlinson, and Calais Campbell while drafting future stars like Walter Nolan and Will Johnson. Jonathan Gannon finally has the personnel to field a top defense. Meanwhile, the Saints are rolling with Spencer Rattler, who went 0-6 straight up and just 1-5 ATS in his last 6 starts, averaging only 12 points per game. That's a bad combination against a defense with new bite, making Arizona the side to back. In the AFC North, Cincinnati enters as 5.5-point favorites over Cleveland. The Bengals bring one of the league's most explosive passing attacks, ranking first in pass yards per game and top 6 in scoring last season. Joe Burrow hasn't had the cleanest head-to-head record with the Browns, but Cleveland's offense has been a major liability. They finished dead last in scoring and near the bottom in passing last season. And even with Joe Flacco starting, the lack of firepower is glaring. Cincinnati can score quickly and often, and the offensive gap is too wide for Cleveland to keep pace. The Bengals are built to cover. Finally, we head to Pittsburgh, where the Steelers are 3-point favorites against the New York Jets. This matchup features Aaron Rodgers, now leading the Steelers against Justin Fields at quarterback for New York. Rodgers has consistently run slow-paced, controlled offenses since 2019, and Pittsburgh is expected to lean into that style. Pair that with Mike Tomlin's coaching edge and a special teams advantage, and the Steelers have the framework to grind out a win. Their games often come down to one score, but with Rodgers' poise and the team's disciplined approach, covering a field goal spread is well within reach. Recapping the slate, the Packers at home against Detroit look strong to cover at -2.5 with stability on both sides of the ball. Washington is set up to handle the Giants at -5.5 behind Jaden Daniels' growth and offensive continuity. Arizona has the defensive upgrades needed to expose New Orleans and cover -6.5 on the road. Cincinnati's explosive offense gives them the edge to handle Cleveland at -5.5. And Pittsburgh, with Rodgers under center and Tomlin on the sideline, has the discipline to cover the -3 spread against the Jets. That's the rundown for Sunday's slate, and we're locked in on Packers, Commanders, Cardinals, Bengals, and Steelers as the 5 best ATS spots to attack. Remember, the key isn't chasing every line, It's trusting the process and sticking to the plays with the sharpest edge. If you're rocking with Zone 6 picks, make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment with your best bet for Week 1, and subscribe so you don't miss any of the action all season long. We're just getting started, and the grind runs deep every week right here in the Zone.